Good morning class 8 students. Today I am going to start acid, base and alkali. Acid means acidus, which means sour. Actually acid what came from acidus, which means sour. And alkali, meaning of ash is alkali. Now one more thing, I have written base also. So base and alkali both are quite similar, but all bases are alkali. All alkalis are bases, but not all bases are alkalis. First of all, so water soluble bases are called alkalis. Now the next one, acid and base definition. So acid, according to Arrhenius, the compound which produces H plus ion in aqueous solution is called acid, and the compound which produces hydroxy ion in aqueous solution is called base. According to scientist Liebig, the compound which has replaceable hydrogen is called acid, and according to Liebig, the compound which has replaceable OH minus, that means hydroxyl radical, that is called base. Acid turns blue litmus red and base turns red litmus blue. Now come to the reaction. CO2, that means oxide of carbon. Oxide of carbon reacts with water, that is carbon dioxide plus water, forming carbonic acid H2CO3. Sulfur dioxide plus water forming H2SO3 sulfurous acid. Phosphorus pentoxide reacts with water to form phosphoric acid H3PO4. Now the next reaction. When acid reacts with bases, this reaction is called and form salt and water. This type of reaction is called neutralization reaction. So HCl, hydrochloric acid, reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium chloride and water. Sodium chloride is a salt. And another example of neutralization reaction, when sulfuric acid H2SO4 reacts with magnesium oxide, that means MgO, to form salt, magnesium sulfate and water. This is one property, another property of acid and base. And now the third one, that is some acid reacts with some metals. Acid reacts with some metals to form zinc sulfate as salt along with hydrogen gas. Up arrow I have given because hydrogen is a gas. One more thing, acid doesn't react with all the metals. The metals which are more electropositive than hydrogen, acid reacts with this type of metals like zinc, magnesium, iron, etc. But copper, no. Acid will not react with copper because copper is less electropositive than hydrogen. Now the next one. Acid reacts with carbonate salt, that is hydrochloric acid when reacts with sodium carbonate to form sodium chloride, carbon dioxide gas and water. This is also gas, that's why up arrow given. And one more thing, carbon dioxide come out as effervescence, that is as bubbles. Now when hydrochloric acid reacts with calcium carbonate to form calcium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. Now this carbonate radical actually it is converting into CO2, and this portion of this salt will convert into calcium chloride, that means another salt. Now when acid dissolves in aqueous solution, it will dissolve into ion. One is cation H plus and Cl minus. This H plus ion of acid will react with water molecule to form H3O plus ion, that is hydronium ion. So hydrogen ion or proton, because you know proton formula also H plus, hydrogen ion or proton that came from acid, it cannot be exist in aqueous solution separately. That's why it will react with water molecule to form H3O plus ion or hydronium ion. salt and hydrogen gas produced. But that particular hydrogen gas oxidized to water. Why? Because HNO3 is an oxidizing agent. So that in this type of reaction we will never get hydrogen. This is the reason. Now the second one. Acid is a corrosive substance. Acid is a corrosive substance and acid reacts with many substances. That is why we cannot keep acid in a metallic pot. Why? Because acid reacts with metal, that you know. Suppose if I will keep sulfuric acid in zinc pot, obviously it will react and it will form zinc sulfate, so that we cannot keep acid in metallic pot. So sauce is not kept in a brass pot. Why? Because in sauce, obviously there will be acid. That's why. It will react with brass and it will form salt. That's why. Acid attacks marble stone. Mineral acid produces burns and wound in skin. Actually, acid is very corrosive substance. Mineral acid means HNO3, H2SO4. These are all mineral acid. These acids actually, if by chance, by accidentally, it will be poured in our hand, so that portion of skin will burn. Now, one more thing they have said, that is acid attacks marble stone. I am giving you one example regarding this. Taj Mahal. Okay. Nowadays, this incident is going on actually. Taj Mahal is becoming yellowish. It's actually complete white. It is made up, why? Because it is made up of marble stone, and marble stone formula is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. So Taj Mahal is made up of marble, and marble formula is CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Now actually what actually happens when acid rains happens, or normal rain, because now the raining means obviously there carbon dioxide present. So this carbon dioxide present in air, it will react with at the time of raining water and it will form carbonic acid, that is H2CO3. This acid H2CO3 reacts with calcium carbonate. Okay, calcium carbonate, and it will form salt. That salt actually precipitated on that particular marble. So that's why this marble stone, Taj Mahal, made up of marble stone, is yellowish, is becoming yellowish in color. So this is the actually effect of acid rain, which produces acid in the reaction of CO2 and H2O, like SO2, sulfur dioxide and H2O, also sulfuric acid, sulfurous acid, sulfur trioxide is forming. These all are reacting with water to form sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid. These acids are harmful. Why? Because when they are reacting with marble, that is calcium carbonate, it will form salt actually. So these 2 points I think I have explained. Now the third point, that is acid is a hydrogen containing compound, that I have told you obviously. So but not all hydrogen containing compounds are acid. Acid is a hydrogen containing compound, but not all hydrogen containing compounds are acid. Why? I am giving you one example. See, I have taken this compound as an example, that is ammonia. Ammonia, NH3. NH3 here, this is hydrogen containing compound because hydrogen present along with nitrogen. When it reacts with water, it's forming NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide. And ammonium hydroxide in aqueous solution, it will produce NH4 plus, that is ammonium ion and hydroxyl ion. NH4 plus and OH minus. So it is not producing any H plus ion in the aqueous solution. That's why all hydrogen containing compound, that is here ammonia. Ammonia is not an acid, rather it's a base. So that's why all hydrogen containing compounds are not acid. One more time I am repeating, acid is hydrogen containing compound, but not all hydrogen containing compounds are acid, like NH3, because NH3 is not producing H plus ion in aqueous solution. Now the last point of acid property. the name of two inorganic acids and two organic acids. Number 2. Which acids are produced when CO2, SO2 and P2O5 are added in water? Number 3. Zinc and magnesium can displace hydrogen from acid, but copper cannot. Why? I am giving more homework, but before that I want to say that all the homework students they will do in your worksheet copy. Homework question number 4. What is neutralization reaction? Give example. Question number 5. When magnesium added to a liquid is heated and the evolved gas is burned, the gas burns in blue flame. What are liquid and gas? Number 6 question of homework. H2O reacts with metal, but it is not an acid. Why? Number 7. Why acid cannot be kept in a metallic pot? Number 8. Acid is a hydrogen containing compound, but not all hydrogen containing compounds are acid. Justify. For any queries or doubts, please email me at sudeshna1.sma@outlook.com.